Hey everyone, welcome to Allegedly, the show where we talk about all things law. I'm Alexis.
And I'm Paige. This week's episode is Allegedly Decoded. This week we visited the Allen Police Department's Digital Forensics Unit with Detective Forehand, Detective Compton, and his canine Lacey. They taught us about the importance of digital forensics and how it impacts a case.
So, Aspen, what were your thoughts about digital forensics before we got there?
I thought digital forensics is going to be a lot like CSI, but more of the technology aspect of it.
What about you, Sam?
I honestly didn't know what to expect going into digital forensics because I had thought about it, but I couldn't ever come up with a good idea of what I even thought it was going to be.
So what is digital forensics and what is its purpose?
Digital forensics is a branch of forensic science that focuses on identifying, acquiring, processing, analyzing, and reporting data stored electronically.
Digital forensics plays a very important role in cases that have to do with any type of technology, such as USB drives, laptops, phones, and even a Bluetooth thermostat that's in your house. But Layla, how are they able to obtain these devices legally?
Riley v. California was a recent Supreme Court case that ruled against warrantless searches and seizures of digital devices. This makes officers need to obtain a search warrant before they can go through a person's device. This also limits them to areas allowed by the warrant, such as photos, messages, location, and search history.
Now, you may think that officers just unlock your phone, scroll through apps just like anyone would on their personal device, but that's not exactly what happens. They have many tools and software that let them access information such as your location at certain times, phone numbers, who you recently messaged, and even how many times you visited a certain place. This doesn't just happen in a few seconds. They need to charge the device, plug the device into a tool called Gray Key before letting it pull everything off the phone, which can take a few hours to a couple of days. The Gray Key makes a copy of that information from the phone so the original isn't tampered with and puts it into a drive to be stored.
Another tool that the Digital Forensics Unit utilizes is their electronic storage canine Lacey. She was originally trained to help children with disabilities but failed to do so. Now she is trained to detect a chemical called TPPO, or triphenyl phosphate oxide. We got a demonstration of Lacey at work. Ivy, what did you think of Lacey?
I loved Lacey. It was so cool to see how she can literally snip a USB drive and be able to track it. It is just so cool to see that. And about 2 hours prior to us getting to the police station, Detective Compton and Detective Forcan hit a couple USB drives and a cell phone around the building to let the TPPO sit and allow the odor to be kind of like a stronger scent and have it be able to track the scent. When she finds the devices, which she did, her reward is food. So Lacey gets fed whenever she's working. So that's kind of her motivation to find the items. Lacey has her routine as well, which is breakfast, lunch, snack, and dinner. So she ends up getting fed 3-4 times a day as part of the training.
Her detection of the chemical is utilized in warranted searches. During long searches, she takes many breaks that can take up to 3 hours because these searches can be exhausting, especially with large spaces. So, to limit the amount of time a search takes, Detective Compton will try to limit the number of rooms Lacey is searching. In order for Lacey to continue work as an ESD dog, she has to get recertified every year.
Detective Compton and Detective Forcan also have to get recertified in operating systems, file systems, encryption, and other digital forensic tools. The court makes sure that they are certified in order to validate and make the findings on digital devices admissible in court. But they don't have to go to court very often because the findings can prove or disprove the offense.
These certifications help them bypass encryptions, passwords, and locked files. One main challenge is getting companies to willingly let them access their users' data. Allegedly, a certain company hates law enforcement. I'm kidding, but their privacy policies and constant updates make it difficult for detectives to find what they need for a case. Their custom computer components are not transferable between devices, which makes it hard to preserve data.
Moral of the story, your phone knows everything. Stay curious,
Stay informed.
Stay allegedly.